All right, we're here, first day of tryouts practice for varsity. I'm here with new head coach, Coach Brennan. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm excited. Looking forward to the season.
Yeah, it's adjustments. It's always an adjustment, but I mean, this is your first day getting a look at the girls and trying to see what you got for each level just so far. You know, what's been going on for today. You know, it's only your first day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited with the turnout in terms of numbers. That was a big concern kind of leading up into the season, but luckily I met a lot of the girls at Summer League, was able to kind of form a relationship with some of them and then hold some meetings before the season started, kind of get some girls to come. So I'm happy with the turnout today especially.
Yeah, definitely. And being a new head coach is always obstacles. You're kind of starting from the ground up, building the foundation. What are just some of the things that you're trying to build as a foundation to get things going? And hopefully you get the playing well when the first game of the season comes.
Yeah, I think I'm working on having the love of the game, having the girls enjoy being out there, enjoy being teammates, especially, and just kind of coming together as a whole and all being out there for the same purpose, and using it as kind of an outlet to forget about all the other things going on in life and just go out there and play some basketball.
Yeah, and what is kind of your philosophy on the game? Like, what is as a player, a former player, what's kind of like the philosophy that you took from a former player, as being a former player that you would want to establish here?
Definitely commitment. I think my previous coaches that I've played for they've shown that they're committed. So it encouraged me as a player to also be committed, seeing that they were there early just like we were. They were there late just like we were. They actually cared about like helping each individual player get better. So I think just having the commitment from the girls, from myself, from my coaches, is a super big part of my coaching philosophy.
Yeah, and you kind of seen it from different points too. You've seen it as a player, as far as assistant. Like, what were each step? What were kind of your takeaways from each point that you saw the game that you saw the game?
Yeah, so I think me playing, I definitely had to work on my own confidence to be able to get to the coaching aspect of it. I think playing in college and then stopping playing in college, getting right into coaching, assistant coaching, volunteering at first, was a big transition, and I had to feel confident in my coaching ability to be able to do that. And then getting the experience at a couple different schools. Assistant coaching was really helpful just to kind of learn from other head coaches and seeing how they choose to run their program. And I learned a lot from them and finally felt the confidence to be able to do it myself.
Yeah, and you're entering a program that's gone through some changes the past couple years. What is it like just trying to get the stability that it needs? Because they do need consistency and they do need stability in order for more girls to come and join the program. And then that's when you start building a winning program.
Yeah, I think being involved is definitely helpful. I mean, being a teacher in the Lynn School District is really helpful to kind of see the upcoming grades that we're going to have. Like, I taught a couple of my players' siblings already, and encouraging the younger kids to come, hosting events or inviting them to come to games. It's really important for building the program. And then with the girls that I have now, just encouraging them and being there for them in every aspect of the game, trying to just teach them as much as possible while still encouraging them to have fun and enjoy the sport.
Yeah, and from the point when you got hired, so you got a chance to see them in summer league. I don't know, did they play any fall league?
No.
No. Okay, so you saw them in summer league. What were kind of your takeaways from the returners that you have?
I think it was a really good, it was great for me and them, I think, to, one, get to know each other, but also I was able to see them in more of an enjoyable environment. Summer league's always just kind of fun. It's late at night, whatever. So getting to kind of see where they're at level-wise and see, obviously they're not in their peak shape at that time, so seeing where their kind of core is and where we can build on each player's individual skills was really helpful as a coach to be able to do that.
Yeah, and they did come off last season. They had a point where they almost had that tournament in sight. They were just a couple wins away. Do you think that the margin of error is so small in basketball, and like getting a win is literally, it comes down to the most simplest things in basketball. Just how can you just try to have them understand like each possession counts? I try to make the right plays or just try to make the smart play. Even if the basket doesn't go in, just try to make the play that's not going to cost you on the other end.
Yeah, so I think a big part of that is you practice how you play. So I will be incorporating in a lot of our practices game-like scenarios. So we're down 3 with 15 seconds left. Do we shoot a 3 or do we go for a layup? Those types of scenarios I want the girls to be able to see, and I want them to compete with each other in practice as much as they would in a game, so that it's the same. They're not getting surprised when they go out in the game. They're used to it. They're ready for it. And then free throws win games. They can be the difference between a win and a loss. My biggest thing is, which I learned from previous coaches, is that can't take free throws when you've been sitting around for an hour. You got to do it when you're tired. So you got to give them a little push, tire them out, and then get them to take those free throws because they're so important to the game.
And is there any nerves on your end, because now you are responsible for a whole team? There's a lot that goes, not even like the basketball part. There's a lot that goes into being a head coach. Is there any nerves for you, or is this just another challenge that you're ready to take ahead?
I'm of course nervous. I mean, I just coached volleyball. I didn't play volleyball at all, so that was a huge change for me. I'm nervous with any sport I coach. I mean, with basketball, it's something that I've loved playing my whole life. And now being in a head coaching role, I am responsible for so many different people. I'm there for the players' parents. My assistant coaches I'm super excited to have them because I have people to ask for advice, and I'm still always gonna have room to grow myself. I'm not perfect. This is my first year. I'm gonna make mistakes, which I just have to accept that that's gonna happen. But definitely still nervous for that.
Yeah, definitely. And things kick off just in 2 weeks. It flies by. In 2 weeks, kick off the home opener against Medford. Is that a little bit easier that your first game is a home game, that you don't have to go on the road? Does that make it a little bit easier?
Definitely. I mean, it'll be nice to have my first game coaching them be on the home court. That's going to be a huge perk, and to be able to have the support of their families are probably more likely to be able to come to the game since it's home. So that's a big positive and a perk for us for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember December. I got my months messed up. December 12th. They are 2 weeks away. They'll be here hosting Medford. You're playing in the Jamboree as well?
Yeah, we're playing in one at Classical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamboree at
December
Classical,
9th.
December 9th. Basketball season's here.
Yeah.
Come check them out, Coach. Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're out of here.